Alright, what's up guys? So after my last video about building with like very little gold, building on a budget, that video, I had a lot of you ask me, and I've had a lot of people ask me this before, about how to gear for, low gear score lobbies, particularly under 125 gear score lobbies. And one of the reasons I've been not necessarily avoiding making the video, but I just really haven't done it is because truthfully speaking, I haven't geared for that at all. And obviously, I know when there used to be gear score lobbies, I used to play it a lot because it was really fun to min max the gear. And the big thing was there was a gear score calculator that was used back then, so you didn't have to like trial and error to see what your gear score is going to be. And I mean, it took a lot of the annoying and like tedious part out of it. So to do this on my own, I'm just gonna have to I'm just gonna have to go in, buy all the gear myself, and see what the gear score ends up being like. So that's what this video is gonna be. I can already tell you now, I'm definitely going to be doing some trial and error here to see what is, most ideal, what I need, what I shouldn't use in terms of rarity for gear pieces. So if you want to see just the finished build or, just skip later to the video, I'll try to put like time points like on the screen for when the finished build is and that type of thing. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So I think one of the most important things is trying to get a good weapon. And since it's going to be a low gear score lobby, we're probably going to look for like a rare one. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure what the gear score is like anymore. Also, one thing I will say is even though it is low gear score, that does not mean it's necessarily cheap because you can buy very, very expensive gear in low gear score lobbies. Like for example, like blue weapons. Like you can buy some very, very expensive blue weapons and blue gear in a low gear score lobby. So this already jumps me up to 40, which is telling me that I'm not necessarily sure if this is going to be the correct thing for me. Here, like I said, once again, this is going to be trial and error. So, actually, wait, do meds not count now for this? Hold on, let me see. Oh, meds don't count now. That's nice. Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, that's sick. Okay. So, yeah, let me go ahead and get that shield from my squire. Remove this. Remove. Quick prepare. Let's attach this. Set base gear, and then equip this. Alright, cool. Okay, now it's nice. Now we have a campfire, we have our 30 bolts, we have our shield, and we have our weapon. So now, one of the things like I mentioned in my previous video, if you're going low gear score lobbies, you're probably gonna want to use a skin, either Lycan or Lizardman. Lycan's probably better because it gives way more HP, but you're gonna want to use one of these skins that gives you like headshot damage reduction or armor rating, and then another stat, because that just lets you avoid having to wear a helmet. Then you're going to look for primarily green gear. This is going to end up being pretty similar to my last build in terms of how it actually how I geared. And I'm just gonna buy a couple pieces here just to see, like what prices and everything are, or not prices, sorry, what like the gear score is for the level, because I'm really not sure. Okay, 20. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna outfit myself in like full blues just to see where I'm at. Um, Rare, just go like rugged boots, because I need to see what level of gear score I'm looking at so I know what I need to downgrade on. Because it's easier to get everything. It's easier to get everything all at once and then go back like retroactively and then remove it, rather than it is to start with everything and then go away. All right. I mean, I can already tell, like, if I'm gonna want to run, let's just say, like a vig or like a vigilant cloak, just buy like a random one because vigilant cloaks are usually pretty pricey for that. Let's get peace necklace. Just a green peace necklace. And vitality rings. Let's go with this. Buy two of these. Okay, this puts me up to 161 gear score, and I need to be down to 124. So one of the easiest ways to do this, I'm gonna use this over here. Drop the cloak. Cloak is worth a ton. It's worth a ton, and it doesn't actually give you that much stats. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of armor, and it's a really small amount of, like a base stat, but you're gonna get more on pretty much every other piece of gear while also getting the same amount of rolls. So the cape's the easiest to drop. So for starters, we're probably gonna go ahead and get rid of that. All right, that brings us down to 141. We still need to be at 124. So then you could downgrade another piece of armor, like, your chest piece or something. Chest piece is optional. You could also go to, like, if you want higher rarity armor and stuff, you could also downgrade, like, your weapons. Or you could, like, for example, just not run a crossbow. Although I'm pretty sure these don't have much gear score. Yeah, like, I don't think these have much anymore anyways. Let me see. Yeah, that's basically, yeah, you're not going to do that. Those are like so much value in terms of how much it actually gives you, like per gear score point. All right, so let's try to downgrade a couple pieces of armor. Because the thing with, like, especially running, like, a fine Gears, like one of these hybrid items, is upgrading from green to blue is only giving you, like, one stat. You're still keeping a lot. So it's going from 4 stat to 5 stat. So it's really not even that big a deal. Just go to uncommon, search it, and then just buy some random one. All right, now let's trash this. Okay, 136. Yeah, it's getting me close. Once again, closer to where I want to be, but still not quite there. So it's probably just one more piece I need to downgrade here, or maybe two. Probably ideal. Okay, let me see something. All right. I think boots are certainly an option to downgrade because really you only need move speed on boots. Whereas the thing is like that's like the main roles. I mean, if you really want to min max here, which is actually honestly that's probably what I'm gonna go for. If you want to go for super min max, blue boots is definitely the best thing to keep at a high rarity because you can go for double move speed rolls on them. So let's downgrade on the pants. Actually, no, that's wrong. Yeah. We're gonna downgrade on the pants. So I lose a bit of armor rating here, but the reason you don't want to downgrade on gloves, which is what I was originally thinking, is because gloves can roll they can roll like true damage and stuff, and you like getting that on top of an extra roll would be ideal. Okay, let's see this. This brings it down to 131. How much are rings worth? Let's see. 122. Okay. All right, let's grab some. You know, we're gonna grab green gloves just in case, just to see. Oh, can't spell. Let's grab these. Let's also grab a vitality ring that's blue. Excuse me. I just got finished eating. They didn't, bruh. I just ordered Uber Eats and my food was cold, and they didn't give me one of my things I ordered. I was very depressed. All right. So starters, let's do this. So what does this bring me to? 125. Okay, so this is just over. We want to be exactly 124, which means we can't run a blue ring unless we downgrade here. And then how much is a green ring? A green ring is 130. No, that's way too much. Wait, what's the upgrade from a green ring? What is this? It's 3? Wait, so does that mean can I run a blue pendant too? Or the pendant's the same price? Let's see here. Okay. 124. Okay, boom. That is exactly where we want to be for Gearscore. So, alright. So, okay, so we're going to go from here then. So let's vendor all this garbage we have on the side. Okay, so 1 blue ring, 1 blue pendant, green chest piece, green legs, blue boots, green gloves, blue weapon, white shield, white crossbow. And then obviously you're not going to bring in any additional meds or anything like that, so this is going to be probably what you're going to run. And then on top of that, we're now going to go into this isn't the end of the video, by the way. This is just getting the framework for what we want to build. This is building the foundation, so we know we can go build on top of this. So, for starters, rugged boots is what I'm going to go for because this is building for a fighter. You could also go for things like light foots here. But this is right here. This is exactly why I didn't want to downgrade my boots, specifically so I could go for double move speed boots. And like I said, this build, this is kind of just showing you guys like the framework for what you want to build. You could obviously go back and change anything you want. I'm going to be building a very expensive 125 kit just because it's fun to do. I like min-maxing stuff like that. If that's your thing, that's fair. But it's fun for me, so I'm going to be doing it. Alright, and go for rare, look for true damage, and we're going to look for health. Max health bonus here. 500 gold, 600, 600, 700 right here for a perfect one. Something else you could do that is perfectly optional here is instead of going for damage rolls, you could go for armor on every piece, and you could have a ton of PDR, like even in low gear score lobbies, which is probably what I'm going to do for these two pieces, and potentially my ring. Fine, Curious. Look for armor rating. Are there any green ones? Wow, that's insane how expensive green ones with armor rating are. That is crazy. Alright, so wait, hold on, I check base stats actually. Base stats are important to check here. So this is something actually, so this is like super min-maxy. But these items all roll different levels of armor rating when they don't all do. But if you look at the actual base armor rating of the item, this one's 94, this one's 95, and this one's 93. So like this one right here, for example, is only one armor rating worse than this one, but it's 200 gold. But this one right here is obviously the best one because it's 95 base plus 7. Well, it's better than all the others except that super expensive one, but we're not buying that. All right. And the thing is, like, a lot of people are going to look at this and be like, oh, does this really matter? Like, you know, like, we're playing it under, like, 125 Gearscore lobbies. But down here, like, getting the biggest advantage you can, like, this is when it's going to matter the absolute most. So all of these, like, individual stats, you know, that you're looking for, these are where it's going to matter the most. So 32 base is the highest with plus 10. I'm just going to go for this. These are here. These are here the exact same, so let's go for this one. Also, if you look at base stats like that, it can actually save you gold here and there, which is really nice, especially if you're broke. All right, so now we have this, so we just need to roll for gloves and vitality ring. Vitality ring's already very good, but it could be a little bit better. Vitality ring, let's go for, what was mine? A rare one. Let's go for true damage and armor rating. Nope, not armor penetration, armor rating. Wow, that is expensive. That is like, okay, why are these all 3 armor rating? That's so weird. Honestly, we could go for ad fizz damage at that point. Try to save a little money. Saves quite a bit of money, actually. So let's go for ad fizz, 5 armor rating. And then we're going to go for reinforced gloves that, once again, have, surprise, surprise, armor rating. You could also go for true damage here. True damage is definitely an optional role you could go for. But the thing is, running a Falchion, our base damage is already going to be incredibly high just because it's a Falchion. That being tankier is nicer. So, I mean, yeah, this is pretty much it right here, honestly. Like, this is, and I guess you obviously buy meds, you know, buy all these. This is something about, and also, like I said, you could, it's if you wanted to, you know, let's say you don't want all this HP and you want more armor, you could go for Lizardman over Lycan. That would bring you down to 147 HP with 43% PDR. With your shield out, you're going to end up being somewhere close to 50%. You know, then you have things like Barricade and all that stuff that give you more. But overall, this is kind of how I would gear for a 125 Gearscore lobby. Not anything super crazy. Definitely, like, I'm not, like, obviously, you know, it's pretty expensive for a 125 Gearscore lobby. But, yeah, in here, I will buy a couple more meds, and then I'm going to go in and do a run and see what happens. And if I die, I'm going to cut that part out of the video, and this right here is where the video is going to end. But hey, maybe it won't. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, everything looks good. I think I'm going to go with Lycan over Lizardman, just for the more extra HP. Because the extra HP is pretty nice, especially if you fight casters. And, yep, I have my 1 campfire, 124. All right, let's do it. I would like to, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait for Goblin Cave, so I'll probably just have to edit this and, like, split this up. Because I don't feel like going through a full Crypts run. I don't think Crypts is also, like, that great for this. Yeah. Yeah, I'll wait for Goblin Caves. Just because, like I said, literally just because I don't want to go in Crypts. Crypts doesn't have as much PvP as Goblin Caves does, normally. So, yeah, I'll go there and just see what it is. And the thing about this build that's nice is also, like, you have pretty decent, like, your move speed's good. Like, 294 move speed is very, very good. You could definitely look to drop some of these perks as well. Like, Defense Mastery isn't, I mean, it's 4%, which is nice, but you could drop that if you want to. And you could run something like, running Weapon Mastery over, like, Counterattack would be really nice. Then you can run Survival Bow or Recurve Bow, which is generally better, especially if you're playing solos. You could also run things like Barricade for more armor, Shield Mastery, you know, a lot of different options here. For your perks, Sprint Second Wind's always going to be the best, I feel like, for this type of build. Excuse me. And then there are other options. You could go for the weapon as well. But I do think this for your Falchion's probably your best bet whenever you're running low damage like this. And honestly speaking, having this 1 true damage here probably isn't that relevant. I could probably go for something like this, actually. Let's go for armor rating HP. Let's see what we have here. Let's go, yeah, I could go for this one instead. If you're gonna build, like, if you have a fast weapon, the true damage is better, but if you have a slower weapon, it's probably not even really relevant. So I could go for something like this instead and have better stats. And it gives me more PDR. 40.5% if I were to use Lizardman, I would be Even you could hell, you could even use Nightmare Skeleton, and you could get that. But if you're gonna run that, there's no reason to run. There's no reason to run Nightmare Skeleton. You would have to drop some more gear and change it around so you could put a helmet on. But overall, I do think Lycan's probably the best. And don't forget, you can go buy the Lycan from the shop right here for 5 blue shards, so anyone has access to it. You get your blue shards by leveling up your Triumph level here. But yeah. Right. I'm now loading into the Goblin Caves game. Let's get in this. I wasn't actually able to test my damage, so it's kind of unfortunate I didn't get to see how much I hit for, which is kind of sad, but is what it is. Game started too fast. I didn't really get the chance to, even though I wanted to. I was curious how much I was going to hit for. Alright, and just for the sake of the video, because I don't particularly care about looting, obviously most people are going to be looting, I'm just going to run around and look for PvP. And there is no guarantee that I will not die, I'm just going to say that. There is a solid chance I die. It absolutely could happen. I do have counterattack on, which I kind of forgot to change, but it's okay. Yeah, we're 46.5% PDR. MR is obviously abysmal, but, I mean, that's expected when you're wearing this level of gear. And you can't have everything, and MR is what I decided to give up on. Hopefully I get some good games in. That would be ideal. I'm not too familiar with Goblin Caves, so I kind of just usually try to sit around the middle, because I know people come here a lot. Or I just head to, like, priority rooms, like a cave troll room and stuff. The downside to fighting in that room, though, especially for this build, is I don't really have that good of range damage. Yes, I have a crossbow, but crossbow is not good, consistent damage. It's good for a shot here and there, but you're not going to be sitting there constantly reloading a crossbow in a fight. It's just not really going to do what you want it to. Speaking of which, these guys are winless. Oh, he's got multiple winlesses. Okay. Alright, got a longsword Chad. And I hit him once and he's running. Got a good crossbow there. He's swapping windlasses again. He's got Francisco's, wasting all his utility. Kind of griefing himself right now, getting really good crossbow shots on him. If I can block the Francisco, it's really nice. Activates counterattack, pop sprint, run after him. He pops his own sprint, pops his second wind. He's got a bunch of mobs chasing him. He's just gonna keep. Is he actually gonna try to fight here? We don't really need to play super aggressive on this guy. Kind of just like slowly kite him out. He's a bunch of mobs he has to deal with. Any hit he gets hit by those is really good for us. This guy's trying to go for parries, which we can avoid. It's a pretty easy one fight to win. He's 1 HP, that's why he's running. Heal as much as we can on the way. Hit him in the arm. Gonna keep running. Maybe I can get lucky and get a cheeky shot here. Oh, nah. And then he's gone. Try to heal up a bit. We can keep chasing him. He's kind of an awkward spot. He doesn't have second wind, so should be able to chase him down and fight him in a bit. Just want to make sure I'm like full health though. Goblin Caves is really bad about third partying, and I mean me chasing this guy right away isn't really gonna give me like anything that good. He's probably gonna try to reload all his windlasses in the meantime. Sounds like him above me? I'm not sure though. back through this way that I went? Maybe. If I went for a headshot on the door, I might have killed him there, but I thought he'd get it open sooner. Looks like he kind of just ran away. There's really no telling where he went either. Not cleared in there, not aggroed, probably not there. He probably did just run back through this room east somewhere. Use this. Not sure where he would have went though. Unless he went southwest. Oh, there he is. No, that's a different guy. Oh, this guy phantomized. That. You know what's funny, by the way? That hit probably didn't connect. Okay, that was an interesting interaction. Fighter's back. I'll loot this guy, see if any heals or anything I can take. Oh, hello. Nothing too crazy here that I'd really care about. It's actually decent. Grab all these heals, get my pots. Ooh, prop pots, those are really nice to have. Other than that, it doesn't have anything that I particularly like. Fighter was around here. I think that was him that he broke this thing, but I'm not sure if he actually dropped down or not. I don't want to like fall on him and have him hit me in the back of the head. That would not be ideal. There he is. He is winlesses again. Which means you have to play this very, very carefully. Yep, that's not ideal. Especially when he's running 3 of them. Blocks here. Another good block. Nice. And we win those. Didn't even have to waste our second wind. Close the door, just slowly heal back up. Try to watch anywhere somebody could come from. We've got mobs across the center here. Somebody's gonna have to run through those. Doors closed on the right. Pretty sure doors closed everywhere. The only place we really have to worry about would be coming from behind. Saving your second wind in solos is way better than in trios, because if you save it in like solos, then it's really, really good because, like I said, you get third partied so often. Honestly, I kind of got a little nervous there. I always get nervous fighting longswords because, especially in this level of gear, all it takes, if he hits me with one parry, he's going to damn near one-shot me. It would be very, very close. Alright, should we do a quick little reorganization. One more bandage off, and then we should be good. I did use my only prop pot there, which is kind of unfortunate, but it shouldn't be the end of the world. This guy, I mean, this is already, like, this is a really hard fight for, me, if I'm unlucky. Like, with how many Bardishas this guy has, like, Bardishas, sorry. I read that kill feed. With how many windless crossbows the guy has, he could easily kill me. And yeah, he's running, not better gear than me, but he's definitely running some solid stuff. Normally, you could take his rings, take his gloves, you know, his chest piece, all that, sell it, but I don't particularly care about any of this right now. So, yeah, just gonna leave it and going on my way and keep fighting. We got some barbarians with Bardishas fighting in the kill feed, and it's kind of scary. Definitely not ideal for us to fight them, especially if they're running like reckless. I looked around, I didn't see him. It's not good. Get the extract over here, take these if it's not taken. Alright, and oh, okay. Holy shit, that was scary. And I died to him. Oh my god. This guy's. I should have just swung. I would have killed him, but I tried to block his hit. I messed up. I should have. Okay, and yeah, that happens. A rogue with no jewelry, no cape, 1 true damage, and 5% fizz damage bonus. That's Dark and Darker for you. And this guy boss. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for the video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. And honestly, perfect ending to the video, really. Perfect ending. I'm surprised I didn't block that. I really thought I did, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.